Hello students. Now today we are going to start the circuit description and operation of Hartley oscillator. In my previous class I have said you about the introduction of Hartley oscillator. First I have said you about the LC oscillators, then we went for types of LC oscillators, then we started Hartley oscillator. In Hartley oscillator we have seen the circuit diagram of Hartley oscillator, then how to draw it we have seen. Now in today's class I will be teaching you about the circuit description of Hartley oscillator and how like circuit diagram also. Once again I will show you. Before going to that, first I will give you a introduction part, so for a recap of your previous class, so that it is easy for you to understand the concept of Hartley, because if you have not seen the previous class you cannot understand the today's class, so it is like linked together. So I will be explaining you, means I will be telling you the important points of previous class. Listen carefully, okay? Now in my previous class I have started LC oscillators. L stands for inductor, C stands for capacitor. Then what is this L and C? L means inductor and C means capacitor. Using these two components, we are making our feedback network. Okay, means we are just connecting our feedback network. Okay, with the help of these two components we will get the feedback. Okay, so this LC oscillators are like, when definition I will tell you of LC oscillator. The main definition is when inductor and capacitor is widely used, okay, is widely used in the feedback network, means it is used in the feedback net to provide the feedback. When inductor and capacitor is used for providing the feedback, okay, means it is used for giving the feedback. These type of oscillators are known as LC oscillators. Okay, means the oscillator that employs, means oscillators that employs means what? Like taking work, okay, taking work from them. Okay, so the oscillators that employs inductor and capacitor to provide the feedback is known as LC oscillators. Okay, now once again I am telling the definition of LC oscillators. LC oscillators means the oscillators which employs or that employs, the oscillators that employs the capacitor and inductor, okay, that employs the capacitor and inductor for providing the feedback is known as LC oscillators. Okay, now types of LC oscillators. Types of LC oscillators are two types. Like you have seen in the previous classes, you have discussed about the RC oscillators. In that we have used resistor and capacitor as a feedback network. But here we are using inductor and capacitor for providing the feedback. So that's why the definition itself is telling that the oscillator which employs or that employs, the oscillator that employs capacitor and inductor for providing the feedback, or which is used in the feedback path, is known as LC oscillators. Okay, so once again I am telling you the basic definition of LC oscillator. The oscillator that employs, okay, that employs, it is employing, okay, the oscillator that employs capacitor and inductor as a feedback part, means which is used in the feedback part. For what purpose? To produce the oscillations. Okay, what do you mean by oscillations? To produce the oscillation means what? We should get the waveform. Okay, to produce the oscillations is known as LC oscillators. The oscillator that employs capacitor and inductor in the feedback path to produce the oscillations are known as LC oscillators. Then types of LC oscillators. Types of LC oscillators are like two types. Okay, that is two types. First one is like Hartley, and second one is like Colpitts. Okay, first we are going to study about Hartley oscillator and Colpitts oscillator. What is the difference between these two LC oscillators? Both are using L and C in the feedback path, but in the starting itself you have to know what are the difference between both of them. Okay, the difference between both of them is that Hartley oscillator will use two inductors in the feedback network and one capacitor. Okay, Hartley oscillator will use two inductors in the feedback network and one capacitor. Okay, clear? Now Colpitts oscillator. Colpitts means C. So you will remember Hartley means lay. Lay means what? L. L means they are two in Hartley. They are two inductors. You should remember like this. Okay. Whereas in Colpitts, how you will remember? In Colpitts oscillator, you will remember they are two capacitors and one inductor. Okay, you will remember in this form, means it is more than enough. So Colpitts starts for what? C. So C means how many capacitors? You need two capacitors in the feedback path and one inductor in Colpitts. Whereas in Hartley, lay means what? L. L means, you remember, here you are having two. These two answers are very important, that's why I am concentrating more for you. So L means what? Inductor. So there are two inductors and only one capacitor. Okay, it is used in the feedback network. So feedback network in this LC oscillator is also known as like tuned circuits. Okay, tuned circuit means what? Means where we can change. Tuned circuit means what? Where we can change the values and we can change the frequencies, and whatever frequency is coming from the signal, like receiver, it will attach to the transmitter and both will match, means particular output we will get. So like that, here Hartley and Colpitts both will be having the tuned circuit. We can call it as tuned circuit also for feedback network. Okay, now this is your clarification of LC oscillator. Then types of oscillators, that is nothing. LC oscillators are two types, Hartley and Colpitts. Okay, then Colpitts, Hartley is using two inductors, one capacitor, and Colpitts is using two capacitors and one inductor. Okay, remember this. Then next we have to go for this. Next we have to go for Hartley. First we are starting and Hartley oscillator, the main oscillator. Okay, now Hartley oscillator definition we should tell. Okay, now we are starting first Hartley oscillator. So Hartley oscillator definition is nothing but Hartley oscillator is a very popular oscillator. Okay, and it is usually used in radio receivers. See, Hartley oscillator is a very popular oscillator and it is usually used in radio receivers. Okay, it is used in radio receivers. Now, since it is used as a local oscillator, it is used in radio receivers as a local oscillator. So what do you think that where it will be used in the receiver? Receiver will have tuned circuit where you can change the values of your radio. Okay, that Hartley oscillators are used in radio receivers. Okay, now so as I said you, where you will be using this radio, in where you will be using this in radio receivers, you will be using in the radio receivers like radio receivers means in the tune circuit. Tune circuit means where you can tune the values. Okay, there you will be using the in the radio receivers. Now this is the basic definition of Hartley oscillator. Hartley oscillator is nothing but a local oscillator. Where Hartley oscillator is usually used in radio receivers as a local oscillator. Okay, where we can change the frequency, and whatever frequency is coming, it will match here, and both will be coincide, and finally we will get the channel. Okay, this is the thing for Hartley. Now we will be seeing the circuit diagram of your radio receivers. Okay, sorry, Hartley oscillator. So in the yesterday what we have done, we have drawn the circuit diagram of your Hartley oscillator, but once again we will see the circuit diagram and we will start circuit description of Hartley oscillator. Okay, then we will go for the operation of Hartley oscillator. But why I am going slowly means because if you are understanding Hartley oscillator clearly, then you can go easily for the Colpit. So now I am going to start the circuit description of Hartley oscillator. Okay, last class we have drawn the circuit diagram of Hartley oscillator. Now we will see that diagram once again, then we will start the circuit diagram of circuit description of Hartley oscillator. Okay, now we will start circuit diagram, circuit description of Hartley oscillator. Now see, you can see the diagram of Hartley oscillator. First what we have done, here we have drawn the circuit diagram of Hartley. What I have done here, simply I have drawn one transistor. Okay, here I have drawn the transistor, then RFC, RE, R2, R1, R2, C dash. What I have to do, simply I will draw here rough, you can see here. Okay, it is radio frequency choke. Choke means what? It is like inductor. So the choke symbol will be different. You have to remember. Okay, choke means it will be coming in round. Okay, like this. It will be like this. Choke means. Okay, remember. Now I am drawing the choke, radio frequency choke. Okay, then two resistors you should draw. Okay, R1, R2, RFC. Okay, then capacitor, keep it aside. Take one capacitor from the input, C dash. Okay, connect it to this. Okay, L1, L2, this is nothing but your tune circuit. 3, first, 2, first 1 terminal, 2 terminal, 3 terminals, RE, then capacitor, CE. Okay, C double dash. Okay, then you should draw a key, that is S switch plus VCC. Okay, then base collector emitter. Okay, you have to draw base collector and emitter. So by this you have completed the circuit diagram of Hartley oscillator. Now we can start the operation of Hartley oscillator. Okay, circuit description of Hartley oscillator. Now in circuit description, this is how we have drawn. Once again I have drawn and I have shown you. Now we will start the circuit description of Hartley oscillator. Okay, now in circuit description, first you should tell that it consists of NPN transistor. Okay, this is nothing but NPN transistor, common emitter type. Okay, first point. NPN transistor, which is common emitter type. Okay, NPN transistor, common emitter type. Then here resistor R1, R2, RE and plus VCC. Okay, resistor R1, R2, RE and plus VCC. Okay, provides the DC operating point to the transistor. Okay, what it is providing? It is provides the DC operating point. That means DC will be supplied to the transistor. Okay, with the help of resistor R1, R2, RE. What this resistor R1, R2, RE will provide? It provides the DC operating point to the transistor. That means what I said you, oscillator means AC will be not there, only you will have DC. With the help of DC you can generate the output in the form of sine wave. So here also resistor R1, R2, RE and plus VCC provides the DC operating point to the transistor. Okay, it is providing the DC operating point to the transistor. Remember. Now next we went for RE. See, R1, R2, RE and plus VCC providing what? DC operating point to the transistor. Okay, first point in circuit description what we have learned? It is having NPN transistor, common emitter type, and it provides the resistor R1, R2, RE and plus VCC provides the DC operating points. Means on DC transistor can work. So it is providing the DC operating point to the transistor. Okay, where it can work. Okay, now after this, next we have to go for C dash. Okay, C dash is nothing but self bias. What is that? C dash, input capacitor. It is like input capacitor. What is that? Self bias. What do you mean by bias? Bias means giving an appropriate voltage. So C dash is giving self bias condition. Okay, C dash is giving self bias condition. Remember this. Okay, next self bias C double dash. This. Okay, it blocks DC and it will pass only AC. Okay, C double dash will block DC and it will pass only AC. Obviously, at the output we need AC now. That means sine wave. So it block DC. Okay, this will block DC and it will pass only AC. Okay, C double dash will block. It will block DC and it will pass only AC. Okay. So how many things we have learned till now? We have learned about this. First, it is of NPN transistor, common emitter. Okay. Now resistor R1, R2, RE and plus VCC provides an DC operating point to the transistor. Okay. Then we should go for C dash. C dash is nothing but what? It is self bias. Self bias means it will provide its own voltage. Okay, it is self bias. Then C double dash is nothing but which will block DC and it will pass only AC because we need only AC at the output. Okay, then now these things are over. Now who is remaining? This and this. Okay, so what is the purpose of C? Now listen carefully. C will provide 3 operations. Okay, C will do how many operations? 3 operations. C means what? Emitter bypass capacitor. It is doing 3 operations. Okay, it is allowing it provides the AC to ground. Okay, what it will do? C will do. It will be like C is nothing but it is providing the AC to the ground. Okay, it provides AC to ground. That means it will send the extra AC to ground, and it will not allow the circuit to become degenerative. Okay, it will not allow the circuit. It will not allow the circuit to become degenerative. Degenerative means what? Feedback. Positive, because oscillator means it is positive feedback. How you will tell positive feedback? Like 180 degree plus 180 degree. So it is like positive feedback. But negative feedback means degenerative. So it will not allow the output to become, means output, it will not allow the circuit to reach to degenerative. Degenerative means what? Negative feedback. Okay, and finally it will keep the temperature stable. Okay, it will keep the stable. What it will keep? Stability in the temperature. Okay, it will keep stability in the temperature. Okay, so how many things CE is doing? CE is doing three things. CE means emitter bypass capacitor. It is doing three things. First, it provides the AC to ground. Second, it will not allow the circuit to become degenerative. Third, it will keep the temperature stability. Stability means temperature should be stable. It should not move. If temperature is changing means it will be a problem for us. So it will keep the temperature stable. Okay. Next, last, we should go for frequency generating circuit. Frequency generating circuit is this. Okay, which consists of two inductors L1 and L2 and one capacitor, variable capacitor. So this L1 and L2 is 180 degree out of phase, because in between both of them third terminal is coming and grounding. So whatever L1 is there and L2 is there, they are 180 degree out of phase. So this frequency generating circuit can provide only 180 degree of phase shift for you. Okay, so it consists of frequency generating circuit, that is nothing but it is having two inductors L1, L2 and capacitor C. Okay, so in circuit description we have learned this. Now next we will be going for the circuit operation, and frequency reduction formula also we have to calculate for Hartley oscillator. So in my next class I will be dealing with circuit operation and with frequency generating formula. Okay, thank you.